Hi everyone, Angela here, and I have a journal share for you guys today. This is my vintage red journal. I started this a couple of months ago and then kind of just left it aside and went on to other projects and other journals and decided to come back to it and finish it up. I actually had to take out an entire signature and quite a few pages. Otherwise I would have needed over a 3-inch spine for this journal. So I just decided to split it up into two journals. So this is the first one. It is an altered book cover, I guess. I just, gutted the book and used the cover itself. And the spine I covered with white flowers, these little red flowers, and some halfback pearls to cover the stitching, because I did sew the signatures right into the spine. And then I added a couple of flowers to the front as well. Other than that, I did nothing else to the book cover itself. For the closure, I did my typical elastic hairband through the eyelet with a couple of vintage buttons sewn on the front for the hairband to go around. The journal measures 6 1/4 by 9 1/4, and the spine is 1.5 inches. Like I said, there's 3 signatures, and I did a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. 80 pages front and back. There are 3 large center signature pockets, 69 pockets and tucks, including some envelopes and bags that are in here as well. I've included a total of 60 additional journaling spots, and those include 11 tags, 14 journaling cards. Some of them are hand painted or jelly prints, have been altered, and 35 journaling papers, which are just additional papers, some cutoffs, some extra papers that I've stuck in here as well. And there are 9 altered paper clips. Everything has been coffee dyed, and I used the vintage photo distress ink throughout the journal as well. So the front I just covered with some red cardstock and Mod Podged that on, and then added a couple of flowers and a piece of sequins here just to cover the stitching and the eyelets from the button on the front. I did not, surprisingly, do any butterflies in this journal, and it's not as frou-frou as my last couple ones have been. There are still quite a bit of flowers throughout, but it's a little bit simpler than some of my recent ones. In the journal, I have a couple of these journaling cards, which were actually greeting cards I had found at my thrift store that I cut in half and just coffee dyed. So corner punched them. I didn't include any fibers in this one. These are just some of those journaling papers I was talking about. Just extra pattern papers that I've coffee dyed and inked. So it's red throughout with black and white as accents. There's just lots of banner tucks. This here is, I want to say it was a Tim Holtz. It's actually an embossing folder. It's a really long one that embosses these tickets. So I embossed them and then cut them out, fussy cut them out, and coffee dyed and inked them. All the tags have red reinforcers on the top. I'm not going to take all these papers out, but I mean, you get the idea of basically what they are. No big deal, but it adds a lot of extra journaling. This is one of the envelope flip outs here as well as here, and just a little belly band there. This is a, well, it's a 10 pulse as well. Ticket die, and it just cuts out plain tickets. So I coffee dyed them and inked them up. Just a little butterfly sticker, and this is one of my hand-painted papers that I backed on coffee dyed cardstock and inked up for an extra journaling card. Some of the altered paper clips are very simple. They're just a couple of banners. This is the center of the signature, so there's a little tuck spot here in a large pocket. With just some extra paper for journaling. Another altered paper clip. This one does have the feather, the flower, and some pearl sprigs. A little belly band here, and this is also a tuck spot as well. Just a little corner pocket up here. Doily tuck spot on both sides. There's a couple of these, which this one's a jelly print, that I turned into a postcard. So it's a postcard embossing folder that I've done on coffee stain paper and inked up, and then backed it with the jelly print. Little bitty pocket there. This is just a treat bag that I've coffee dyed and washi taped on. Just a tag with a little tuck spot here. In the bag is another one of my hand painted papers that I've turned into a postcard as well. Another one of these. Little paper clip. I couldn't really tell you where all these papers came from because I literally just went through a lot of my paper pads and just pulled red papers out. There are quite a few that have come from Christmas stacks. You know, using them up. So just some more flowers, feathers, and a vintage button for a paper clip. Coffee dyed doily and a doily. That one's cracked a little bit. Doily die cut. So, I mean, it's kind of repetitive. There's nothing completely spectacular. This is one of the back sides to one of those cards. The one that this is a back to is a dollar store one that's in here later. And I just painted it on both sides, turned it into extra journaling spot. Belly band with another one of my jelly print postcards on it. A large pocket with more journaling paper. It's just a paper bag that I've coffee dyed. Another flip out attached with washi tape. So this has a little tuck spot here as well as here. And then obviously the big bag opening as well. Another little tuck spot with a flower and another vintage button. This is that dollar store card, so it just has some butterflies. So I lied, this is the only butterfly thing that is in this journal. Other than that, I didn't do all of my butterfly embellishments that I normally do. Tim Holtz Tattered Floral. I know I've sprayed it with some sprays. I couldn't tell you which ones because I did this about 2 months ago. Another jelly print postcard. I'm assuming it's probably going to be one of the Lindy's or a couple of Lindy's sprays because those are generally the ones I use the most. Just a little tuck spot with some more journaling and tag. Another altered paper clip with some banners and just some layered flowers. Another one of those. So the red dresses say Venice and the black ones are Paris. One of the simple altered paper clips, just a couple of banners that have been inked with vintage photo. Another one of these card back journaling cards that I painted up. More coffee dyed doilies and doily dies. These are just extra pieces of the jelly prints that I inked and turned into, you know, little extra journaling. Another little tag. Altered paper clip. This one has more of the flowers and feathers. This flower here, I don't know if you can really see it. It has some cute polka dots on it. It's actually a paper flower. It's the Recollections brand. Assorted embellishment flowers. Got it on clearance for like $2.50 the other day, so I'm pretty psyched about that. Another large pocket and a tuck spot. This is just a large top paper clip with more flowers. Another vintage button in the center of a flower on the belly band. Whoops, not in frame there. Sorry, guys. This is a popcorn bag that I did another flip out for. So you got the tuck spot here as well as the large bag here. More tuck spots and pockets. Another belly band with another hand-painted postcard. And that's the design pattern I got on that one with the coffee dyeing. That's it for the journal. So yeah, it got quite chunky, but pretty fun. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. Leave me any questions in the comments, and I'd be happy to answer them. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye, everyone.